How you doing, my friends? I'm the Jovenshire. Thank you so much for watching this video today, especially because it's gonna get a whole lot of hate. If you don't know who I am, I'm the Jovenshire. Go follow me and do all those things. Here on my channel, we talk about video games, movie news, comic news, TV news. We just talk about like some nerdy stuff so you can become a better fan. And speaking of becoming a better fan, this video might get a little bit of hate today, and that's because I gotta talk about Battlefront 2. I was really debating on if I wanted to do this particular video, and I want to state up front that this video is not an ad. This video is not sponsored. No one has given me any money from EA to make this video. As a Star Wars fan, I thought I needed to give my honest opinion, like a mini review on what I think of Battlefront 2 that came out this year, because here's the thing. I don't think it's a bad game. Now, before I go into why I think Battlefront is in fact a good game, let's first get this out of the way. I do not condone what EA did with the pay-to-win feature. The loot crates, I don't think they were done the right way. A lot of mistakes were made, and I 100% have an issue with how this game was presented, how it was shown off during the beta versus how it was done, how it was finally released. They talk about it not being to pay to win beforehand, and then finally on release, here's all the loot crates and stuff. I do have a big issue with any AAA title going ahead and doing a pay-to-win system. And then furthermore, there were some things in this game that I don't think were perfect. I don't think it's a perfect game. I do think that it is a good game. Now, some of the things I still have an issue with are, when you look at DICE's Battlefield games, there's tanks, helicopters, planes, they're all on the map. And for whatever reason, they didn't add that in Star Wars. As a fan, I'm a little bummed. I'm kind of sad. But also at the same time, I'm sure it's just because it's a balancing issue and maybe they couldn't have all that on the map. Another thing that I am bugged. I swear I'm going to talk about all the positive things in the game, but first I got to mention whenever you get like a special class, whether it be a starship or one of the upper classes like the jetpack fighter, or more importantly when you get a hero, you don't get a lot of points when you're doing hero stuff. And as a Jedi, I can understand that. They don't want you to be a Jedi the entire time, get all these points, and then all of a sudden just become a Jedi again. Though, if I come in as a starfighter and I'm doing great in the air, and I just need that to be able to get more points so that I can try to work my way up to the heroes, and they're only giving me like a few points per kill, then yeah, that becomes a small problem. So I think they should balance that out. And with that said, I think that as someone who's not fantastic at the game, I'm not a great shooter, but I am having fun with this game. At best, I get up to 8,000 points right as we're about to win, so I don't normally get a chance to play as a hero in Galactic Assault. I think, this is again just my professional opinion, I think that they should lower the cost for some of the heroes. Maybe half the heroes are 6,000, other heroes are 8,000, and also I don't think the heroes should be as strong as they are in normal Galactic Conquest, because there are so many people playing that if I do get to 8,000 points, and this has happened before, I got to 8,000 points and I couldn't select a hero because everyone was on the field, and that sucked. That really bummed me out. So if they lower the point system, make them a little bit weaker, I think there's just more room for a rotation of heroes. Other than that, I do think that the point system was done the right way. Being able to get points to unlock either heroes, vehicles, or better classes, I think that's good. A lot of people are giving Bossk some hate. Like, we don't have Obi-Wan Kenobi, but all of a sudden we got a Bossk. No General Grievous, but Bossk is in there. First of all, Grievous is coming. It's going to happen. It's going to be DLC. Second of all, as a bounty hunter fan, I love Bossk. I think Bossk is a great character, and I think he's super fun to play as. More importantly, why I think it's great that Bossk is in the game is that there's not a lot of heroes for the Imperial side in space. So what I hope that they do, and they better do this because it'd be dumb if they didn't do it, Bossk has a ship. His ship is called Houndstooth. Bossk needs his ship in the space battles. They just need more characters. I think they're lacking there a little bit. Eventually, I think we need Jango Fett, Slave One, maybe with different abilities. We don't have Jango Fett yet, so he's got to be in there. We'll probably get Jango Fett and Mace Windu. Oh, maybe an Anakin. I think DLC is going to be great in this game. Okay, so I've talked about some of the things I don't like. I'm getting off track. Let's talk about the things I do love about this game. Now, I think that this is a good game, and a lot of people are hating on it for good reason. The whole EA thing is rubbish. Yes, I said rubbish. But the things that people are complaining about still, I don't think break the game at all. I haven't put any money into the loot boxes, and I don't intend on putting any money in the loot boxes, because here's the thing. You can unlock better guns just by using the guns that you have and getting a bunch of kills. At like 50 kills, you can then upgrade to a better weapon. That's kind of like the first Battlefront 2 game. You know, the game that everyone loved. There is a way to unlock stuff and get good without putting any money into loot cards. And it is important to note that since the giant debacle with the pay to win and all that fun stuff, EA, they apologized, and they did attempt to fix it. Now, here's the thing. When someone apologizes, you have to kind of take the effort to accept the apology and keep an open mind to what they tried to do. Now, yes, they shouldn't have been in this situation in the first place. I 100% agree with that. But even as of yesterday, when they went ahead and fixed the point system, you can now get more points to unlock characters and also cards and crates. It was only 500 points a day on the arcade mode. That's been bumped up to 1,500 points. You can also get, I was getting anywhere between 250 and 300 points, maybe 330 for each game of Starfighter Assault or Galactic Assault. Now they've bumped that up, I think, a little bit. I don't know. The last game that I played, I got 390 points, which is better than I normally get, but I also did better that game, so I don't know what the correlation is there. But more importantly, you are able to get more points, and on your free daily crate, you're getting more parts to be able to craft items. There's money. You're still getting other cards in the daily crates. So long story short is you don't need to spend money on this game, not only to do well, but to have a good time, because I'm not good at the game, but I'm having a great time playing it. And you know what? I'm not as bad as I think I am. Like I'm able to get in there, shoot bad guys without a problem, and get points. So I don't know. There's a lot of hate, and I do believe that it is necessary to get mad at when companies are trying to get more money out of fans, especially Star Wars fans. But this isn't new for Battlefront. This isn't new for EA. How many different versions of the Star Wars trilogy have been released? Because people know that you can milk Star Wars and you're going to get a lot of money for it. It's not new. It's just people love Star Wars, and people know they're going to spend money on Star Wars so they can do things to get more money. Now, I'm not saying that's okay. That is not an okay thing, but this has been happening for the last 30 to 40 years. It's not new. If you haven't played Battlefront yet, honestly, I think the game is worth $60. The things that you can unlock, you'll get it over time, and it's fine. People made this giant big deal about not being able to get Darth Vader. I get points so fast. It takes a few games. And here's the thing, Darth Vader, I don't even think he's that good. Honestly, Kylo Ren, I think, is a lot better at being able to freeze time and go through. Like, Darth Vader's got choke. I don't care. All that matters is if you play the game, you're going to unlock more stuff. And that is not just new with Battlefront 2. That goes for so many video games. Now, yes, an unlock system is sometimes boring, sometimes dumb. People just want to be able to jump in and play the game. Here you go. Here's a good thing. This kind of happened with Injustice. I loved Injustice, but I had so much up front that after I played the game for a few weeks, and I didn't really need to go back into it. Versus having a game that unlocks more stuff as you go, you're going to be playing it for a lot more time. Now, whether you agree with that or don't agree with that, that's up to you to decide. I think this game is worth it. I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to buy any loot crates, but there is a season pass with the first set of DLC is free, just like it was in the first Battlefront game, with extra story mode. I think I'm going to buy the season pass, and I'm going to get the DLC because I can't wait to play as these new characters. I like the game modes. I think Heroes versus Villains is a lot of fun. I was playing with Wes, and this was one of my new favorite stories playing the game. We were the light side on Camino, and we had wound up, like, we were down 6-2, and now it was like 6-1, and we were all in like this closed area. All the villains had showed up, and as the doors opened, Bosk threw a smoke grenade, so we couldn't see through it, but then Darth Vader and Kylo Ren come through, and you just see the lightsabers at first, just the lightsabers, and then they show up. It's just led to so many great experiences. Same thing when I was Yoda and Darth Maul showed up in Theed, and I was just up there protecting. It was just me and him, and then he's running at me, and Duel of Fates is playing. I think that as a Star Wars fan, they really nail this game. I think it really puts the war in Star Wars the sound, the graphics, God, the game is so beautiful. The story I have a few issues with, but there is free DLC finishing the story up, which will take place more around episode 7, episode 8. We'll see what actually is included in there. It was weird. It was weird that it stopped halfway through. I think it should have said, hey, more story coming with the free DLC on December 14th. And also, I finally want to say that I thought Heroes vs. Villains was great. I think all the maps, I think the map design is so good in this game. I think that it really should be noted that the team did a great job making not only beautiful but smart maps. Good on them for that. And finally, Starfighter Assault. I love Starfighter Assault. I think it is a great game mode. It is so much better than the last Starfighter Assault that we had in the last game. Yes, there's no boarding system where you can like get onto the ships yet. The more I think about it, I don't know if they could add it in, because it wouldn't be easy. It would be cool if you can do it. Anyways, maybe there'll be a chance for you to do that in the future. I don't know. I think that this is a good game, and it is my honest opinion that I like this game. You can downvote, you can hit the thumbs down button, you can unsub. I don't know, I don't care. Actually, I do care. Please don't unsub. I try to put out really good content that we can all talk about. And as one Star Wars fan to all of you Star Wars fans, I think Battlefront 2 is a really good game, and I can't wait to see what the DLC brings. Again, I would like to state I do not agree with the pay-to-win system. I think there could have been a way to balance it a little bit better, but here's the thing. They're doing that. They are getting there. Because even if you have a star card that gives your blaster more points, you might not have room for a star card that, you know, gives you more defense. So there's a way to balance it out. I just don't think it's as bad as people say. If you want to continue to boycott EA, hey, that's on you. Might be a little hesitant with future EA titles based on this, because I do think that they need to learn a lesson, and I think that all companies need to learn that lesson. I think that pay to win is not an okay feature. Spend extra time, figure out how to balance out your game and do it that way. So that is my opinion on Star Wars Battlefront 2. If you haven't yet and you kind of want to bend, like, get the game. It's a lot of fun. Just don't buy loot crates. Don't buy loot crates. But I am going to buy the DLC, so, you know, there is that. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about the game, because I know there's not a lot of people out there saying that Battlefront 2 is a great game. So if you want to talk about your favorite experiences playing the game, let me know, because I want to talk about mine. I want to go back and forth, and I want to talk about Battlefront with you guys. And I hope you don't hate me too much for making this video. And I love all of you and your opinions. Stay cool. Yeah, like I said, I'm the Jovenshire. If you're new to this channel and you like this rant, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Follow me on the social webs and all that fun stuff. And as always, till the next time, I'll see you later.